Oh no, all the infantry is being hit by rockets. Run! Run as fast as you can. Hello everyone, this is Greyshot. Today I'm casting a 4v4 on port of Hamburg. Thank you, Wolf, for the follow, by the way. This is a game submitted after two terrible, horrible games that I had to cast, where it was the worst game I've ever seen, and then not bad per se, but just so unappealing that, especially from people that I know, that it was just bad. What is going on here? What is happening? I've been talking to chat, and now this chat's just going crazy. Anyway, we have Sudden Strike, Slong Slapper, great name. Kubel Kampfwagen. I'll just say what, Redder. So I know what it's trying to say. Anyway. We have Q, Blue, Victor Stewart, and Stalker. Let's see. And comparatively, we have two OKW, two Austere versus two Brits, an American, and a Soviet. Anyway. I still... This guy's just talking about love in a weird way that gives me sloth vibes, and I really don't want that. Anyway, Stern Pioneer trying to focus fire on the Americans as they only have one guy shooting him actively. Luckily, with the Echelon, they have just enough firepower to deal enough damage to push back that Stern Pioneer back. Also, I have strategic zoom on so we get some better shots. Anyway, we got ourselves infantry section moving on into flank, but again, gonna be hard to do with the Grenadiers guarding. Germans have this area locked down, so they're gonna need a, well, say MG, but it's right now under fire. A lot of men, that also helps. They are flanking as well. Oh, grenade! Okay. I didn't see him tech for that. Good grenade. Stalker gets good shot. Pushes back the MG, forcing him back. Great play right there. Flip side, good flanking maneuver caused by Slong. That I'm fine with. Volk Squad's pushing on in. Stern Pioneers overwhelming the MG and mortar. MG being hit by multiple directions. Again, incendiary being thrown inside. Not enough to throw another. Oh, wait, there we go. We should have enough to throw another. MG gets out of the building, but gets focused by the Volk Squads and retreats. And the Axis dominates the right-hand side, forcing the Allies back. MG setting up to stop their advance, and will suppress the infantry. Volk Squad gets onto the VP. Grenadiers heading back, and so far, both sides doing very well for themselves. Anyone saw that maximum spin? Yeah, it does that occasionally. It's a feature. Infantry section continue to press, kill the German mortar. Might be able to steal it if they're lucky. They don't grab the fuel. American infantry continue to focus. Now, I will say that might be a little bit of a detriment because right now they're not getting those resources. And they, well, kind of need those resources. Riflemen will probably weaken the Volk Squad enough to where it will probably be in more of a defensive, or yeah, we'll have to retreat. There's another Volk Squad coming on in. I just don't see the American infantry, yeah, hanging around too much longer. MG will probably set up to hold that point. Mortar team at least capping that location. So hey, at least the Brits got a mortar, so that's good. Royal Engineers removing some cover, so that makes it better for them. Allies trying to push back on right. Axis looks like a lot of the infantry got forced back, but they still have the fuel. That's the biggest thing. As long as the Axis have one fuel, they're in a good position. And technically, they're putting pressure on the Allies because they actually have this VP and the other VP. So the Allies are not focusing on that for whatever reason. So, hey, solid effort. Royal Engineers get a nice AT grenade on the Kubel that stayed around a bit too long for its own good. Sniper moving on in, gets a shot, weakens it down. Can we save the Kubel? Yeah, we do! Kubel is saved. Good job, Sniper. Alright, Redderency is trying to assist. But again, we'll see how much that fares. MG set up, but Echelons probably have enough firepower to deal with it with the sniper as well, so he's gonna have to pull back. We have a captain, so howitzer, AT gun, half track. That's the line I'm likely seeing. On the far right, we have a big push. Actually, doctrine-wise, we have mobile assault regiment, so blue is trying his best to push forward. We also have storm doctrine, so good ambushing potential. Oh my god. Allies are just hammering the Axis positions. They're having a rough time. I mean, it's probably not great to fight a 5-man engineer squad with a flamethrower. Just pointing that out there. But Allies doing a lot better at pushing back the Axis, which is solid because the Axis were were spamming support guns. So if the Allies were to entrench, the support guns would have just started blasting them. Which they need to retreat. Hopefully this thing can snare the 222. Snare it. Hold. No, no, no. Okay, good, good, good. Good solid play by blue. Snares the 222, allowing his men to get out. Q. Q, you're gone with B4. Counterattack tactics. Alright, let's see some solid B4 play. Please. I need a solid B4 play to liven my spirits. Not as much as the MG's being lit upon, as he literally caught fire from the incendiary grenade. And might die here from Volk squads. Can they pick the unit is the question. He will not escape, and the Volk squads might grab themselves a free MG, which would be a nice steal, honestly. Volk squads moving back to hold that position. Again, decommissioning it for fuel, very nice, even better. It's like, I'm not going to use it, but that doesn't mean you can either. Again, we also have some good doctrines as well on the Axis side. Joint operations. Forward supply station, one of my favorite new German abilities because of how good the repair is. And consistent. The Kerbal. Sorry, Kubel. Why am I saying Kerbal? I'm thinking Kerbal Space Program. Kubel going Firestorm, and then as well, hopefully upgrading his men. No? Oh, yeah, he is. But not with the right one. He's not going MP40s. He's going STG 44s. AEC trying to beat back the Kubel. And luckily it survives. AT gun being made. Allies continuing to dominate this sector. Good job with the MG42, which again stolen from the Axis. And the riflemen just putting pressure. Not grabbing the munitions, but still holding on to the VP. And right now allowing the Allies to get a VP lead with Allied forces taking mid. Also, I love the fact he keeps destroying all the cover. The Germans get no cover in this playthrough. Everything's being destroyed. Again, better gameplay. Smarter gameplay than what I saw last game. Allies counterattacking. Shock troops on the field thanks to Q's amazing doctrine. Hopefully he can make it good. Although he doesn't really have much of a front. So, yeah, he's playing like me. He's playing like me. Allied forces advancing. Pyrotechnics hopefully will be called down. Wait, I'm sorry. Does he have... No, he doesn't. Okay, never mind. Just 2 artillery guns will open fire on this based on the base. So hopefully they can coordinate enough fire on this position to annihilate a lot of these support guns, mortars, MGs, everything else in the region. Good grenade, by the way, on the MG. Shock troops having a rough time, but Royal Engineers are on standby with flamethrowers to hopefully beat back that officer. Artillery as well being called in from the Zis gun. And the Axis just having a rough time all around with artillery. As this actually might die here, which might not sound like a big deal, but you're losing a cache so early on, that's a nice win. Flamethrower units trying to beat back the Axis, though I don't know how effective it's going to be. Shock troops did die on retreat, so Q not having a great time. Come on, artillery. Yes! Cache goes down. That's 250 manpower down the drain. So great job there. Sturm Pioneer push back the infantry section. And the Axis at least hold this fuel, which is really, really important. Wait, rifle with bars. Yeah, Captain has a bar. Does he have the upgrade, though? Yes, he does. So he can start upping his men soon with bars. So don't worry about that. They have the ability. MG holding back the infantry. Sniper might be trying to get position. He has 10 kills. He's been doing work, but the Allies have been reinforcing and doing a good job at least stabilizing the front. Howitzer opening fire as well, causing damage to any inbound Volk squad or any infantry coming on in. Speaking of Volk squads, he has 3 of them. Weirdly, again, none of them have MP40s. And I know it might sound weird to get like a weapon that has closer range, but remember, it has smoke. So if the enemy has an MG, you can use the smoke ability with the MP40s to like navigate and get around, you know, MG gun defenses and other stuff. Shock troops trying to grab this territory. Q, I don't think you have enough men to deal with all of this, but hey, you know, give it a good try. I'm sure maybe you can try something. MG being set up. Again, smoke grenade would be preferable. He does throw it. Although under support gun fire, he loses 2 models. Axis retake mid, unfortunately, and set up an S minefield. Assuming, oh, yep, in a direct path. So if the allies go for the point, they'll immediately explode. So solid stuff right there. Infantry section going for the point, though. He has upgraded his men, so Stalker has gone 5-man infantry section with Bren's. Solid stuff there. Also built a trench. Let's see, we got Vanguard operations, so we can build, make a glider to as a forward retreat point. Not honestly a bad cost overall for, like, again, it usually costs for a forward assembly 200 manpower and then also 200 more manpower for the retreat point. Here it's just 200, I believe. And speaking of which, here comes the glider. Infantry hold back the Germans pretty effectively. Oh my god. Hey, Red, you currently don't have much of an army at all. What happened to all your men? The sniper died? Everything is dying. Holy mackerel. I just noticed that. No wonder the infantry section are pressing so easily. It's only one guy fighting. Speaking of the glider, not a bad location on... Oh, it is 200 more manpower. Okay, never mind. I'm dumb. I forgot about it. But yeah, it's still... You can call it in anywhere. And again, you can also reinforce with commandos and such, which you can't do with the forward assembly. Though, once again, Slong doing the same tactic over and over again. And you know what? It's working. Grenade. Yup. Great grenade. Solid grenade action. Though Q also loses most of his men. So I don't know what's happening right now. Both armies have lost a majority of their men, but they continue to fight, and hopefully they can get some kills. Shock troops, there's Stern Pioneers behind you. Maybe focus on them. You're about to get another grenade. Stun grenade goes off. Is he stunning? Oh, no, he's trying to win. Sturms get grenaded. Luckily, they get a dodge. Will they die, though, is another question. Oh, Centaur's on the field, chasing the Stern Pioneer squad. AT is not in sight. So Centaur can continue to fire. Luckily, it looks like they will survive. Stuka coming on in on target. Luckily, mortars try to get out of there, but alas, just couldn't navigate themselves and just get obliterated. Sniper is on the field. I'm going to assume it counter-sniped because of the fact that it has 3 kills in Vet 1. Alright, so we're seeing a heavy Panzer Corps. So, yeah, Red's just like, I'm getting a Brumbar or a Panther or something and just rushing it. Brumbar, yeah, he just wants an infantry killer. Oh, good job by Victor. He's grabbing the left. He has a good amount of resources under his belt and manpower as well with 1,000. Allies on the right seem to be doing okay. They're at least pushing the Axis back. And artillery is currently hitting the only way they would leave that position. So, that's good. Again, they don't have the fuel, but they have a majority of the VPs. And right now, I think a 50-point lead. The biggest issue I currently see is this Panzer IV, right? It's because this guy doesn't have any sort of major AT, the Versa Panzer, right? He just doesn't. He doesn't have that option. Nice rifle grenade on the shock troops. Hey, Q. I know I really wanted you to use the B4, which is great and all, but maybe get some AT. I mean, the same thing with you, Brit, but at least you're building it. A little late, but still. The Allies will be forced off the front on the right. In mid, we'll see how things go. Sniper could, yeah, and they do. He absolutely does a critical shot on the Flamehetzer, which turret traversal jammed. AC moving on in. Have a rough time penetrating, but does push it back. So that's a positive, I guess. Allies will dominate in mid. Left-hand side, that Brumbar is fast approaching with some AT being developed. But on the right, Allies being forced back just by overwhelming Axis forces and lack of AT. Allies were doing so good in the north. On the south, it's the total reverse. I won't say total, because the Allies are still having armor and still have an army, right? He still has something, and we have a KV coming out, so at least he's helping. Oh my god. Victor and them are not losing units like this. Yeah, so Slong loses another unit. Centaur just continues to wear it down. Every other unit just kills the infantry. I don't know why you're still here, man, but you're gonna die. We have a Panzer IV flanking, going through a minefield and possibly detonating it? I'm not sure. Recon goes overhead. Stuka does hit this target, does a little damage, but the Allies still have the majority of the points under their control. Again, the biggest issue is this thing killing infantry, and the Panzer IV just making sure that all AT focuses on it. But it looks like the Allies might be buckling a bit, but so far they're doing okay. Again, it could be a lot worse, especially because of the fact, like, the Soviet has just deployed a KV-1. So I don't care what you say, KV-1 is still pretty damn good. It can take a number of good hits, especially against, like, a Panzer IV or, you know, a Stug or something of a lighter variety. But anyway, nice job killing the MG. AC gets a great shot on the Flame Panzer. But again, the Hetzer still holding on, and Brumbar is advancing. They're cleaning up a lot of infantry, and now we're seeing a lot of armor in infantry reinforce his position with AT, and the Axis have firmly retaken the fuel on their side. They're going to need a good amount of infantry and artillery to break up a lot of these AT positions. Hopefully stop the Germans from grabbing the MG30, sorry, not MG34, MG42 that is currently behind that heavy cover. But opportunity may be rising elsewhere as the KV has shown, well, its ability to just smash the German defenses. And with very few forces committed in this sector, the Allies are just walking on in. Everything was sent to mid to retake that, but nobody thought to guard the other position because they didn't think that there could be armor coming. But oh boy, there was. KV-1 advancing. Again, hopefully he can kill a mortar. Or at the very least keep smashing the infantry. By the way, again, Slong going with breakthrough. Weirdly, how you chose that a little bit later. Usually people go Panzerwerfers, but almost Soldaten being deployed to help counteract and get better infantry. Panzer IV moving on in. He thinks he can fight a KV-1. How adorable. Anyway, 6-pounder open fire. Mattress on the field. Hold on. Oh no, all the infantry is being hit by rockets. Run! Run as fast as you can. Nope, there goes the number of units and positions. Stuka, though, gets a good shot on target, but doesn't really do all that much damage. Mattress did do damage. A lot of things weakened. And Stuka even had to hightail it after being hit by the Centaur. Lefh being made by... Wait, hold on. Not so long. Sudden Strike. He's also lost a good chunk of his army. Axis are right now in the mid-50s. That makes it very easy. Allies, on the other hand, are... I would say like probably low 60s. No, upper 50s, right around there. Flame Panzer pushes back the commando squad. AT guns looking the wrong way to affect it, but I think he was focusing on the Brumbar. We have another Lefh, so again, we have a lot more artillery being developed. Werfers on the field, Brumbar as well. Riflemen pushing up for the fuel, and elsewhere, Rangers pushing right, throwing a grenade. Can we get a good hit on the Volk squad? At the very least, you're forcing them from their cover. Never mind, they got back in it. Centaur just continues to, like, tell the Obel... Oh, you got another one? I was like, that was way too quick to fire again. Well, it kills the bunker. And all the infantry retreated. Panzer IV advancing, but there is a 6-pounder here. And also, he could activate the strafing fire, which would do a lot more damage. He's doing a little damage, but it would do a lot more. Again, infantry gearing up for a push in mid. 6-pounder did get decrewed from the Stuka. Which, by the way, how good is the Stuka right now? Is it dead? Is it dead? Or am I... Or no, or was it another... Wait, hold on. Didn't? No, he didn't go. Okay, never mind. It was another Stuka. Anyway, AT guns hit the AC. AC luckily gets out of town before, well, dying. Brumbar and Panther backing each other up. And it looks like the Allies will be unable to break the left-hand side. which is unfortunate because they were doing so well over there. But they still have a good amount of units. Not a large number, but they're doing okay still. Stalker in them, like, Stalker still has the infantry, needs armor. Victor has a bit more armor, but needs a bit more infantry. Stuka comes on in, smashes Q, but Q actually building a B4 and has gotten 3 kills so far. So, solid stuff. I will say the B4 is farther back than I like, but not too, you know, at least it's providing fire support. Commandos diving on in, trying to clear up all the infantry, and seems to be doing exactly that. Like Gammon Bomb misses the Volk squad, and Brembar hits the Commando squad, but did clear and push back a lot of the support. Great shot on the Jackson. Again, AT guns out of range, so it can't return fire. And again, solid stuff right there. We have our... What? Oh, artillery killed the ambulance. Damn it, that sucks. 6-pounder hopefully gets recrewed. Ranger is being made, brought to the front, and yeah, just get pushed back pretty quick. AC trying to help out in mid, but AT gun shoots through the truck. Okay, did he wanted it where it just went around? All right. Again, those LFHs will start pounding the position. Luckily, the allies... Oh, never mind. Allies don't have a direct strike. Remember, kids, always bring a direct strike to a Port of Hamburg fight. Because, yeah, there's going to be arty spam. And right now, we have a Werfer, an LFH, two more LFHs, so 3 LFHs, and another Stuka. So we have 5 pieces of artillery, 3 emplacements, all firing upon the allies right now. So, yeah, make sure you have your direct strikes. Werfer kills the AT gun. Infantry section barely make it out. On the right, we have a Mattress firing closer to the base, hoping to kill the medical. It definitely hurts the Panzer headquarters. Support gun's right there. Actually surprised the... Oh my god, Vet 3. Damn, good shot. Oh, this one's about to fire. He's going to move up the other one. Please get a good shot with the Mattress. Meanwhile, Soviet forces continue to advance, using a B4 to continually smash that position as well. Building a second B4. Again, close to the other one. I think it's better if you bring it close to the front, but whatever. Alright, artillery field officer with a flamethrower. That's a horrifying combination right there. Oh, Stuka clears out the infantry or artillery from LFHs. Might have been LFHs. They killed the Vet 3 Mattress. That's unfortunate. That's a loss right there. He is pushing up, dropping smokes so the KV can't see him. Infantry section hopefully can move in and stop the decap. Left-hand side, where engineers will push back the infantry. But now we're seeing a shift where the allies, once in the lead, are now starting to go down. Again, right now we need something to break up this line. Luckily, again, a good kill on the Panzer headquarters could be massive, because I want to say he's trying to go right for the Jagdtiger, but he's not trying to upgrade it just yet until he knows it's repaired. I think that's what Slong is trying to do. Unfortunately for him, the Mattress is not letting him repair, and I love it. Mattress firing once again, opening fire on that key position. Pioneers, one good hit and he's done. So he's very lucky a rocket doesn't kill him. Never mind, there it goes. Can we kill it? There it goes. Base is destroyed. Not a huge loss for the Germans, because remember, he didn't upgrade it, but still, solid enough. Airstrikes being called in, and breakthrough as well. So we have strafing support on the left with breakthrough on our position. Mattress firing again, but this time hitting the Raketenwerfer, and may hit the Stuka as well. So we have to be very careful with it. Breakthrough comes on in, actually kills the KV-1. That's probably the most severe breakthrough I've seen in some time. MG gets pushed back. Oh, strafing as well being activated from the Centaur. Pushes back the Obel Sadat, which shredded it, by the way. But yeah, it looks like the German infantry took some heavy losses, and British somehow held the position. Wait, Centaur advancing. Is he going to go in for a wipe? Oh my god, doesn't need to. B4 shoots him on the retreat. That's what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm talking about. All right, who needs to... All right, Panzer IV returning fire. Yeah, this thing is dead. He pushed it a bit too much. I get why he did it, but fuck me. Slong absolutely got himself hit in the face with a massive slong, thanks to a B4 shot, which, by the way, let me double check those B4s. Yeah, B4 getting 4 kills on the retreat, but it was a perfect shot getting the retreat. Napalm, thank you very much for the follow. We have another B4 being set up, so we have 3 B4s now opening fire against the LAFHs. Maybe that'll be enough. Rockets only one hit the Panther, but slows it down enough for the this gun to hopefully get a shot off and maybe bring it down enough for the Firefly to kill it. Why are there support guns up here? Is that a misclick? What is happening? Slong is just handing his resignation to the enemy. And by this, I mean he's giving the allies 2 support guns for some reason. Firefly does die, but yeah, this is gonna go. Is he trying to hit the B4s? I don't understand. Well, both support guns immediately died to the half tracks. German infantry is retreating. Stuka's wide open, but alas, the allies don't have anything to rapidly move in and kill it. Pop cap. Yeah, pop cap is kind of varied right now. 20 to 80 for the Axis, and allies are between 20 and 60. Luckily, we have a Croc on the field, and AEC, and luckily they burned a lot of the German Panzerwerfers and support guns in this section. So that's good. Panther and Flame Hetzer are in mid, trying to hold that back. And unfortunately for them, the allies do grab mid. That was a support gun donation. I know, right? Mortar carrier trying to body block. Fun fact, doesn't body block all that well. Oh, he suicided to get the pop cap. Chat. I mean, okay, he has 19 population. I don't think he needs the pop cap. I think in that way, B4 hitting this section, by the way, the medical is about to die. They lose the cash from the B4 shot. Mattress now firing upon this position. LEFH is in risk of being neutralized from a Mattress, of all things. Oh my god, so low. But lives, along with the medical. The other Mattress, though, is prepped and ready to fire. Oh my god. I love in this game, everyone's like, guys, you need a Katusha or, you know, Stuka, a Mattress, and a B4. Come on, please. That's not good. B4 and a Mattress literally kill the entire German line. Huh, makes you rethink that stuff, huh? Anyway, yeah, Slong doesn't have much of an army. Sudden Strike still has 1 LEFH remaining. Back, guarded by, Kubel, who has 2 Panthers, mind you. A lot of support equipment as well, just kind of lying about near him, though. And, the best guy is Red, who at one point had the smallest army in this game. So, take that, I guess. Unfortunately, though, Victor and Stalker have been bruised up pretty badly. Stalker needs some additional AT. Werfer gets a lot of his men, and well, his glider got killed a while ago, but still. Croc is moving in. That's probably not the best idea with the Panthers lying there. I know Croc can take hits, but it can't take that many hits from Panthers. Although it just bounced, so what do I know? So, anyway. I look at my cat. I'm like, cat, you better not jump where I think you're about to jump. Anyway, Brumbar hits the Ranger squad, forcing it back. We do have a Pershing. Alright, so Victor went heavy cav, so Pershing is on the field. I'm not sure how effective that's going to be, but hey, at least he has it. Purple, aka Sudden Strike, has also moved to mid. He's like, I'm done fighting the fuel. I'm tired of it. I lost everything. I'm just going to fight elsewhere. Which brings me to the point of, how are the B4s doing? One of them have died, which would be which one? Oh, this one, I think. Oh, no, it was the one here. It got Stuka bombed. So remember, the Axis do have a Stuka bomb, which they can use, and I guarantee you he's trying to smoke the B4s, and then, yeah, calling a direct strike. Can you hear that, ladies and gentlemen? It's the sound of death as a B4 is removed from existence. And a Stuka direct strike is also called in. So we are absolutely seeing a coordinated Axis team. These guys are teaming up because of the fact that I would make the assumption that you're not seeing in chat people typing, being like, oh, guys, it's doing... No, it's definitely not that. So there are at least some communication on the Axis team right now. Firefly, Croc, and AC try to hold back the armor. AC getting a nice pin, by the way. I would say so, using its target treads. Panther's now stuck. AT being hit by a light gammon bomb by the commandos. Wears it down to 2 models. Croc and Firefly continue to press. Axis position now being hit by a Mattress, of all things. Again, artillery still firing. Werfers in a bit of a pickle. They could be targeted if they can be, seen. Jackson might hit the Stug. That'll be a nice win as well. No, Firefly kills it. B4 hitting this position with all the grouped up armor together. Come on, B4. You get some good hits. Firefly trying to target this. No, B4 misses again. Both LFHs are here now. Red losing quite a bit, being slowly pushed back by the armored assault going on right now. Trying to get a nice wide angle of this. There's still enough AT and stuff that can't penetrate too much. And again, we still have enough artillery where the Allies, it's still a threat. But I will say this. Solid job killing and picking off a couple Axis forces and driving the Axis way back. And this is an Axis team that now has a Jagdtiger being forced back. That's pretty solid stuff. Unfortunately, though, I think the Mattress is... Yeah. Oh, Mattress can fire again. So that means the previous one had to have been decrewed. And then how's the B4? Okay, B4s are... Another one's being set up. But I don't mind Q doing this. Again, it just depends on how effective these B4s can be. If they start losing effectiveness in the Allies... if the Allies are in a situation where it's like, hey, we like the B4 you're doing, but they're wasting too much resources, that can be a problem. However, we also know that the Allies, if they can take additional territory, like on the right, take these capture points, right? That's less resources. So that means the Stuka bomb, the direct strike, would be more costly to use. And, very importantly, if they keep having to use this against the B4s, then they're not using it against, like, other armor. By the way, great hit with the Mattresses. They decrewed at very least one of the LFHs, but we do have a Pak-43 being set up in a really good position, which could really hamper a lot of the Allied armor from moving in again. Firefly gets a good shot on the Hetzer, though, again, gets hit and forced back. B4 comes on in, decrews another LFH. Commandos just trying to find a target, but unfortunately unable to. Let's see. Sorry, I missed you killing a Werfer, apparently. Yeah, one of the Werfers did die, so that makes sense. Low Retribution coming on in, kills the Commando Squad on retreat. We have Recon going overhead, Mattress firing once again on the LFHs. They're getting weak enough they could die here. Also, Stuka's under fire. I do like how he's quickly retreating his Mattress for solid stuff. Jackson, come on! Get it! Hetzer goes down. Great shot. In mid, Panzer IV moving on in. Yeah, you're fighting a Firefly, buddy. Oh, but the Pak-43 is helping. That could be very bad. Come on. No, he's out range. AC gets hit, though. So I think the Allies just realized the fact what's in mid. Hold on. Infantry section, are you going to live? That'd be a big loss if you lost a Vet 3. We've lost an anti-tank gun. Infantry section, nope. Yeah, I know. Nice shot, by the way. With the Mattress once again, just absolutely dominating right now. Again, I thought the B4 at least decrewed one of them, but chat's telling me the Mattress decrewed both LFHs, which, again, solid stuff. I mean, they're constantly keeping this entire area under artillery pressure, which is exactly what you want to see. And even just a little pressure or suppression is enough to make the Axis be like, God damn it. All right, focus your efforts on killing the B4 or the Mattress or whatever it is instead of hitting the infantry. Though I will say, it looks like a bunch of Germans just died over here, so that explains what happened to that army. Well, hey, if you want a free MG42, I got 2 of them for you. Yep, chat, if you want to send a replay, send it below to my Discord or my Gmail. So, just a heads up. Oh, we have British artillery coming in this position. I think B4 is firing as well on it. I think the B4 got that one.
Army commander is ready to go.
So, good shot there. At least you knocked it out. We got a recon overhead. Is he gonna use a Stuka bomb? He's using a Stuka bomb on all the British. Oh no. Stalker. Oh, in this case, Victor. Oh my god. I know killing the infantry is kind of secondary, but oh. This is why you don't group up all your men in one location. Because you just lost all your infantry. And all your abilities to repair. And the B4 died. So, even better. Luckily the... Oh wait, here comes the Stuka bomb. No, not the B4. Oh, he got shot down. Maybe he didn't see it. Maybe he didn't see it. No, I hear it. I wish thee well, B4. I wish thee well. Support guns are still here. Okay. Firefly's guarding mid. Again, blue doing a solid effort. I hope this also dispels like the whole running joke that I'm constantly seeing. Like, oh great, I have someone that I can't pronounce their name on my team. Obviously, they're gonna do bad. Like I constantly see that when I cast replays. I'm so happy that this guy's mattresses have been so how do I put this nicely? Detrimental to the German artillery forces. It's quite hysterical in my eyes. And also the fact he's having a solid infantry force as well. So, we'll see how things go. Anyway, on the left-hand side, Victor and Stalker doing a solid job at the very least keeping the Axis from pushing forward. We have commandos and, you know, brand new squad pushing on in. Going against the pack. Hold on. We have strafing support. Commandos have the air support, but can they push? Pack guns neutralized. Armor is charging. We could see a big charge here. Air support's called on in. And yeah, the strafing support seems to be doing pretty damn well. Panthers are pretty weak, all 3 of them. Oh, 1 of them is pulled back. 2 of them are still engaging. Another Panther moving on in. Pack 43 is facing the wrong direction to assist. Jackson's pulling on back, and the Axis are counterattacking, but they're taking a lot of major hits. Jackson, though, body blocked by the Pershing. So far, no losses for the Axis. If they killed the Jackson, it would be a big win for them.
A medium tank was just lost.
Again, kill the officer, maybe? That'd be a nice little combination. Panzer IV charging the Firefly. Rockets! Rockets, save your team! Aw, damn it. Yeah, and the big counterattack did not pan out as well as they probably thought. Mattress coming in to try to cover. Jagdtiger moving in. AT gun, though, in position. Come on. Oh, my God. Panzer IV could die here to the AT gun. Does kill it. Awesome work. Q covering his team. New B4 on the field as well. But that whole allied offensive kind of backfired majorly. Yeah. I mean, it was a good attempt. It was a solid attempt. And luckily the Allies still have some manpower reserves, but yeah, it was not enough. And honestly, the Panthers are still alive for the most part. But what I can see, the Panthers are alive. And I believe those are the Panthers from earlier. So. Mortar carrier trying to clear the infantry. Firefly trying to commit to push back that Brumbar with range. Yeah, I agree, chat. Not a good trade for the Allies. Maybe the B4 can get some good shots in? Maybe? Oh, he's already firing. It's kind of this area. No, so far, no good hits. Major pushing on in. Hopefully trying to get some veterancy, maybe? Again, Firefly's still using its solid range. And nice light Gammon Bomb. Oh my god, the AT gun can't catch a break. Captain clears the infantry in mid. Again, another loss for Kubel. I love the fact Commandos hidden were giving the range. They might nerf the Scots, but again, I think the Scots are still weak if charged, so we'll see. Firefly bouncing off the Brumbar as well as the Croc. Jagdtiger hitting the Churchill, forcing it back. Oh, Commandos in the infantry section charging. We have artillery and light Gammon Bomb coming on in, while the Mattress fires toward the back, hitting the Panzer headquarters. Right now, Sudden Strike is losing quite a bit. Actually, Sudden Strike, do you have a... Oh, you have no buildings back here to even use it. Okay. Would be nice if you could, you know, do that. But anyway, because I'm not seeing any buildings back here for it. Q has built himself another B4. Yes, I like it. Firefly holding mid. Jagdtiger just not committing, even though it's vet 2 and has plenty of armored support. Panther's advancing. Hey, chat, he says you can't counter a Scot. I beg to differ. See? Axis are easily able to counter this Scot. I don't see what you're talking about. Chat immediately goes, great shot, that's not a good example. I know. Anyway, AT shots managed to push back the Panther. Can we actually get a kill on one of them? Come on! Not seeing a kill. B4 starting to fire. Hitting where the Panthers are. Again, not really much damage to the armor. Alright, friendly fire there, okay. And yeah, Brumbar is currently pushing back the infantry section. Nice Werfer right there on the infantry. But yeah, I'm looking at the Axis armor right now, and a lot of it needs repairs. Maybe a B4 in the back could be good. Looks like one of them got to veterancy after hitting armor, so that's good. But Axis are definitely on the back foot right now. Allies have managed to capture the VPs. They grab the fuel. Commandos pushing on in. They actually stole an MG42, which is hilarious in my eyes. Bunker, though, will probably stop them dead in its tracks. How's the Mattresses doing? Oh, they all died. Dang it. Was really hoping some of them would live. But no, I mean, like, the Axis still have a good amount of armor. They just need a decisive strike in order to beat the Allies back. Population-wise, Axis are doing very well. They're up in the low 80s right now, at the very least. Allies are lower than that. They're probably easily in the upper 60s. So again, the Axis combined have the men. They just need to focus it, channel it. And again, kind of deal with these Fireflies. Because right now we have 3 Fireflies on the field. We have a Jackson, a Pershing. Let's see, Q has a KV-1, which is holding back an attack on right, which kind of was a very bad effort. We have 2 Fireflies in mid. So right now we have a ton of Fireflies, right? So he just needs a good tank destroyer to commit itself, and maybe they can win. Panther gets pushed back by all the tank destroyers. The Jagdtiger moving on in. Again, we got a whole line of armor on standby. Brumbar taking a lot of hits. Nice shot as well with the artillery. Neutralize that position. B4 and additional artillery being called down. Looks like it was enough. I think it was a major artillery, if I recall correctly. I'm gonna say it was major artillery that was called in on the Pak-43. Again, Jagdtiger is something that can absolutely counter a lot of these Fireflies if protected. And again, the other thing is, like, you could get yourself an actual AT gun. Good Warfare Strike kills the infantry section. On the far right, we have a Panther fighting a solo KV-1. That should be an easy win. B4 up to veterancy 2. All the B4s are currently firing. As well as the mattress. Oh, good to see Q with a good mattress again. Is he going to get a lot of kills? Probably. Come on, mattress. Come on, mattress. You got 1 kill. I'm looking for more. Looking for more. Alright, got some decent hits. Up to veterancy. So 2 models killed. No veterancy. Although very close to getting it vet 1. Oswin pushing. AC, come on, get the kill. You can do it. I believe. Yes! AC showing it's still relevant even 45 minutes into a game. Panther being pushed back by the 3 Fireflies and a Croc. So 3 Fireflies walk into a bar. Anyway. German infantry burned to death along the side. Again, the tank destroyer line is just hitting them from all angles. Axis just constricting more and more, which hurts them as artillery pounds their position. We have a decent strike pushing in. Big old blob on the right with breakthrough covering. Okay, just need to deal with a shock troop squad and they'll be covered. B4 hitting the Yag Tiger, gets a good shot. But I believe Pershing or Jackson, something finishes off the Yag. Panther goes down. Again, the amount, oh, Firefly's decrewed. Come on, Volk Squad, you know what to do. Again, Axis armor continues to be pushed back. Another one bots dust. Another one bots dust. And another one goes, another one goes, and another one bots dust. And yeah, the Axis are just losing unit after unit with the Allied press. They're just focusing all their efforts on the Axis and just spearheading a tank destroyer charge. It is beautiful. Absolutely stunning in my opinion. What's left of the Axis forces, what's left of the Axis forces are trying to come in and make do. But anyway, Panther charges against the B4'S and the KV. I mean, good for him for making a breakthrough against the Soviets. But, buddy, a little... Okay, B4'S get neutralized. Or at least one of them does. KV gets neutralized. Q lost a good chunk of his army. So obviously he wasn't building a lot of mines or anything to guard this area, which is unfortunate for him. B4 fires point blank. I think that was him, right? Was that him? Oh no, this one fires a direct vehicle shot and almost kills it. Wow. Stalker, a little bit not kind there, unless they were spamming chat and I missed it. I don't understand what's going on here. Striker, I'm just saying, calm down. Oh, okay. Well, fun fact, I mean, Stalker, you did Artie, just saying. So let's not say that to the B4. Yeah, I'm gonna say, Striker, you're kind of in... Yeah, just point that out there. Come on. Be a little classier in that regard. I get being annoyed by the LFH spam, but I mean, just say it. Anyway, breakthrough being called in on the Allied position. Panthers being pushed back. Is this the YouTuber stuff? No. I don't. Unless Stalker has a YouTube channel and I just completely forgot. I could be. Anyway. Might be able to kill this Firefly. Allied positions are being retaken on the right. I'm just not seeing any way the Germans can push back. They lost the Yag Tiger. They lost a good chunk of their armor. Like hell, Sunstrike left. Okay. Yeah, there's not much left. Firefly's healing via the smoke ability to cover itself while it heals. Shock troops pushing right. German Air Force is falling apart. So, yeah, I think this is GG. Gonna say it's GG and just fast forward to the very end. Great shot on the Stuka, but he was an no, he wasn't an AI. I'm sorry, Sunstrike was. So you shouldn't have had that on the so far up in the first place. Anyway, that is game. Let's double check the after action report and see how everyone fared. Alrighty. Alrighty, after action report. What does that entail? Well, it entails 85 kills with the mattresses. God damn. Solid stuff. Although, top kills goes to Stalker, top damage goes to Stalker, top kills goes to Blue. On the Axis side, top kills goes to Red, while Slong got, no, I'm sorry, not Slong. Actually, Red got both top kills and top damage. Okay, so overall, let's double check best units. Fireflies were pretty solid. He did lose quite a bit, but still, Blue held the line pretty well. Victor Jackson was on point. I want to say Stalker, it was the... Oh, it wasn't the Commandos. Okay. Fireflies, 40,000 damage. They held the line pretty solid. Croc at 18 kills. Let's see. Q. B4'S, 52 kills. Look, not the B4 game that, you know, I wanted, but it's what I got, and even the damage is 117. So, obviously, I will be showcasing this game because of that reason, and that reason alone. So solid stuff right there. Even though you lost quite a few, you made them use so much munitions on killing your B4'S, man. I think it was worth it. Pack 40, 17,000, did okay. Let's see. Panther got 23 kills, 16,000. Slong, Yag Tiger did 15,000 until it got blown up. And LEFHs did okay, though. Again, I feel like that we're not seeing the LEFHs higher because they just weren't that effective. Or as effective as they probably wanted them to be. LFH only did about 3,000 damage. So yeah, they were. I love how they're most damage from. Most damage from the Mattress. That's kind of funny in my opinion. Okay, so yeah, it's funny. The Mattress is better than the LFH, and the B4 is better. That's kind of funny. That's kind of funny. Alrighty, but great game, solid game. Again, I wouldn't have been so negative against the LFH spam, especially realizing the LFHs didn't do that well. But still, solid game, solid counterattack, especially after a failed assault. I really like that you guys picked yourself back up and attacked. Germans kind of left the right for the most part, which kind of left them open to flanks. That wasn't great. And the combined effort at mid, while at first it seemed to help the Germans, once the Allies regrouped and got a ton of tank destroyers, they just spearheaded into the deep Axis lines, and the Axis fell apart. So, great game. Great game. And, oh, and I should probably mention, thank you, Victor Stewart, for submitting this replay. I almost forgot. Want to make sure I cover that. But thank you, Victor. Anyway, this has been Greyshot casting this game. If you want to submit more replays, down below, as well as many other links to like my other channels, like on YouTube. But check those out. And again, thanks for watching. Hey guys, before you go, I want to give a special shout out to Patreon supporters: Folkvard, Aphyria, Joey G240, Ace, ShinobiWarrior, Pyroshark, Little Kuipers, and Seth Kuipers. Thank you all for your incredible support. You guys rock. This has been greyshot17 and his amazing patrons, and I'll see all of you next time.